Welcome to another episode of This Charmed Man, a first time reaction series of videos to Charm. It is still a couple of days before Christmas 2023, and I'm about to record my fourth reaction of the night. I've basically done this all night. It's, even as I'm starting, it's about 6:30 in the morning. But yes, I couldn't leave my recording after that last episode. That was just too much of a bad taste in the mouth. I really object to that. Buckland and Hannah had such potential as villains of the season, but they just got wasted, in my opinion. So I'm recording another one, which is the actual halfway point of season 1's episode 11, and hopefully this one will be better. This one is entitled Feats of Clay. So my first impression is Golem, because it's almost the same title as my favourite Discworld novel by Terry Pratchett. Feats of Clay is excellent. It's one of the Nightwatch novels in the Discworld series. And not only does it work as a really funny fantasy, it also works as a whodunit. The mystery in Feats of Clay, the book, the Discworld book by Terry Pratchett, is actually excellent. And that revolves around a golem. So, I don't know, maybe that's has influenced me, but when I see Feats of Clay, I think Golem. Let's see if I'm proved right. Yeah, after Buckland and Hannah have been dispatched in a very perfunctory way, what's going to be the villain for the rest of the series? Is there going to be a villain for the rest of the series? Maybe Vincent, their father, is going to show up again. That's a possibility. Don't think so. I don't think for the entire rest of the series. I think maybe he'll show up towards the end, maybe even in the final episode, but I don't think he will be the big bad for the rest of the season, for the second half of the season. So what is? Is something else going to show up? Is there going to be a recurring villain for the second half of Series 1? Or not? I guess we'll find out. But right now, let's see if I am right in my Pratchett-inspired impression that this is going to be about a golem. Let's watch episode 11, Feats of Clay. Okay, we're starting in Egypt. So maybe not Golem. Oh, maybe it's one of those was the canopic jars, I think they're called, with the jackal heads on top of it. That's often got witchy things with it.
Stay here, keep watch. We'll get the urn.
And of course, the Americans show up in a foreign country and just break into stuff.
Clay doesn't know, does he?
Why spook him? He probably believed it actually was the curse that killed the old man.
He was stung to death by a scorpion, Wesley, in the bathroom of an airplane.
Oh god, it's the mummy's curse? Really? Well, I suppose it's an obvious plot. And yeah, I think that's a very elaborate one. I think that is a canopic jar.
See any scorpions around?
No, just dollar signs.
Yeah, when you shine like that,
Let's go.
that's...
Hey, there's a guard coming. You guys must have tripped an alarm. Let's get out of here.
Did some of the... Yeah, I think some of that gold leaf, or what looked like gold leaf, has come off. And that's what they think Egyptian police look like?
Whoa! What are you?
I'm the guardian of the urn.
The what? Hey, what are you doing?
Oh, is that a spider? Yeah, that's a
You're
very...
being punished for your greed.
fantasy version of what an Egyptian
As were your friends.
princess looks like. And that looks like a Caucasian actress, so...
We're just friends, that's all, you know. Do I have lipstick on my teeth?
Yes.
Oh.
That was mean. It was not mean.
Okay.
That felt like improvisation there.
Phoebe, really good to see you.
Yeah, so how evil is he actually? Yep, okay.
You okay?
See, I mean, I guess that she gets flashes knowing that she's going to have sex with somebody, but I suppose there's no way of knowing if the sex is good, or if she should have sex with somebody. That's a completely different question. And, I mean, I think this guy seems like he wasn't really into the whole breaking and entering thing in Egypt, but we shall see. I mean, he feels like the kind of character who comes in for one episode, sleeps with one of the main characters, and then leaves.
Brie, don't take this personally, but sometimes you can be a bit judgmental.
Oh, that is so not true.
It's very true.
All right.
I mean, I
so
think that's one
maybe
of her
it's
defining
sometimes true.
characteristics so far.
I just don't understand why Phoebe never even told me about this guy.
People
Because
don't
you
like
would
to dwell on
judge her.
things that end badly. Stop worrying. She'll be fine. She knows what she's doing. Watch that entrance. Make sure nobody comes in.
What don't waiters looking at each other before that happens?
Whoa, Doug, easy.
Oh, he was making eyes at the blonde. Yeah, okay.
Shelley, the waitress, just dumped him after 6
Okay, so
What, you're
it's
playing
an
Cupid
act.
at the risk of your own job?
Oh, yeah. I mean, Doug loves her. He even bought an engagement ring and everything. He just waited too long to ask.
So, I mean, she is reeling from Leo leaving. So, you know, if I can't have love, they shall have love. But is that?
Rex looked at all the...
Oh, come on, dude.
Bankrupt.
I mean, I understand,
What were you
but
saying?
yeah, at this point, just fire the guy. It's understandable, but just fire the guy.
Pyramids, giant sphinx, Nile River, camel taxis.
Oh, this guy is such a
It was
dude,
amazing.
bro.
You rode a camel.
Hey,
But why are you here? With me now?
what? Can a guy visit?
Not
yeah,
really.
but you're not just
I mean, if
a
you
guy,
did,
you're
if you
Clay, and Clay comes
if
with
you did
strings
break up
attached.
that badly,
I never could
then just
hide
coming from
anything from you.
Egypt out of the
Actually,
blue.
you could. That was one
Red
of our
flags.
problems, remember?
I think too much of you to still believe you're interested. Look,
She was interested enough to
No
bang
secret.
you last night.
I've been in some trouble. Gotten in too deep. I just thought if I could sell this urn, make some money, pay off a little debt, I could make a fresh start.
Little debt. That's going to
Hey,
be significant.
think about it.
Oh, hi. You must be Prue.
You
And
boss?
must be...
Claire. I don't know anything about auction houses, and I know even less about art, but what I do know is the bottom line. And if we don't move $1.2 million worth of inventory at the auction tomorrow, I'm shutting the place down.
Excuse me, did you say tomorrow?
Did I stutter?
With all due respect, you don't just decide to throw an auction, okay? You need advance notice, a catalog, buyers.
Then it looks like you've got a lot of work ahead of you, doesn't it?
Okay, so this is another very classic dynamic of the finance person who just only sees numbers, only sees business, and the person who actually knows what they're doing and says, this is going to take 3 weeks, you need to do it tomorrow. How many times have we seen this?
Well, it's really beautiful. Gold inlay, 24 carats, a lot of lapis, looks to be from Egypt.
Exactly. That's where I was traveling.
These etchings are interesting, very unusual.
You think it's worth something?
Oh, well, I would have to determine the urn's origins, its previous owners.
Oh, couldn't you just skip a step or two?
You just do not get provenance when it comes to art. And if she's saying that that is entirely made of lapis, and that is phenomenally expensive.
Thanks for doing that, Phoebe.
No problem. We'll get you a great price for it, too. She's really good at her job.
Yeah, but without provenance, a legitimate auction house wouldn't touch it.
Well, actually, Phoebe's sister works at that auction house. She's looking for a buyer as we speak.
Oh, that's good, that's good. The sooner the better, I guess, huh?
Hey, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine, thank you. It's just, I'm a little tired, jet lagged, you know.
So is he sniffing because he's a drug addict, or is there some kind of mystical thing killing him slowly or something?
Sorry, Wes.
Oh. So can she, this being, travel in sort of like a gold emblem or stencil or something? It's quite cool, actually.
Phoebe's ex pops into town and wants me to sell something for him. You think that's a coincidence?
Oh, Prue, you wonder why you're out of the loop. You worry too much about Phoebe.
No, I don't. I just don't.
No, I
want
think
to
she
get
worries
hurt, that's
exactly the
all.
right amount.
Just like you didn't think Jeremy was good enough for me. Of course, in his case, you were right, but that's not my point.
No, your point
It kind of
that
is
it's
your
none of
point.
my
I mean,
business, and you're probably right.
listen to yourself.
Oh, well, let's just say San Francisco has been a lot more unusual than New York. More rice?
No, thanks. Well, you know, Phoebe, you really haven't said much about...
Is it just me, or does that look like an awful lot of Chinese food for just two people?
Oh, come on, be serious. One thing that won't change is how I feel about you. I'm sorry, I shouldn't...
No, it's not that, believe me. It took me a long time to get over you, and...
And she's grown as a person. She's becoming more mature. By definition, I mean, obviously, witch, but other than that, I mean, just living with her sisters and interacting with her sisters on a regular basis, she's growing, as people are wont to do.
So, how's it going with the urn?
It's going.
I think what he's trying to ask is it going, gone?
Well, I put it on the auction block.
No! Without provenance, a legitimate auction house would not touch it.
I put a charm on Doug, but I doubled the recipe. It's just a little something to boost his confidence so he can give love a shot and give me a break.
Go ahead, Prue, yell at her.
It's not for personal gain, and it fits into the whole harm none thing we have to live by. Besides, Prue's the one who told me to do something.
Did not.
Yes, you did. I just need Doug to stop dropping things so I can stop freezing things. I'm just exhausted.
This is a
Maybe he and Shelley
bad
are meant to be
idea. Yeah, I can't fix my own love life, so I'm going to fix theirs. I mean, but increasing his confidence and increasing his confidence double, that's almost certainly going to end really, really badly.
No, don't you understand? You have to sell it before the curse...
Curse? What curse?
The urn. It's cursed. Never mind. Forget it, I'll get rid of it myself.
Oh my God, it is cursed. What's going on?
Curse. It's happening. It's too late. I gotta get out of here.
Okay, so he's not a drug addict. He's just concerned about the mummy's curse.
We can't live together forever. What do we expect? To be 60 years old and still be sharing clothes and a cat?
Well, now that you put it that way, no.
I don't want to live with you anymore.
Well, you're going to live together for at least, what, 8 years, I think it is?
Oh, boy. I thought your charm was to boost his confidence.
I mean, if there's one thing that most men don't need, it's a double shot of confidence. That is really cool with just having the emblem, the stencil.
Leaving?
I'm sorry.
No! 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 No!
You're being punished for your greed.
And again, 90s CGI, not great. So that was a scorpion. I think the other one was a spider. Was that?
Okay, well, I'm going to change now.
Okay. Oh, you want me to leave?
It's kind of a loaded question, but, yeah, I think that would be best.
Phoebe, we did live together. It's not like I haven't.
Yeah, I know, but...
Yeah, but things have changed. There are boundaries. What is the situation now is not what was
well,
the situation then. And this
You know, when you,
is pushing way too far.
Okay, stop. Stop. Okay, go. Go.
Oh, Phoebe!
We're doing it. Okay, you know this isn't fair because I love it when you...
Oh, don't fall for it.
Well, there's gotta be some mistake.
It gets worse. If the background information is accurate, there's a curse attached to the urn. Anyone who steals it ends up dead.
Yeah, the thing
A
is
victim
that
of the
in
guardian
most
who protects the urn
situations,
feeds off their greed.
a mummy's
Even if
curse
that's true...
would be bullshit. But this is a
Clay
show
could've
with
never
witches
known
in
about
it, so...
Otherwise, he wouldn't have brought it here. Look, I am not saying that he's perfect, okay? And even if he is foolish enough to risk his own life, he would never risk mine.
You absolutely sure about that?
Buckland's auction house?
Let me guess. Prue Halliwell?
Yeah. How'd you know?
I'm cursed. Let me know when you get the
No,
report
you're the
back on
recurring
this thing.
character on a long-running TV show. So, of course, you're gonna intersect every episode. What a coincidence. Yeah, he's gonna recognize him later.
A young man died last night of a scorpion sting. Palmer Kellogg, you know him?
I don't believe I do.
Well, he obviously knew you. I found your card on his body.
We did just have an auction. I met a lot of people.
Huh. Well, I'll bring a photo by later to see if it jogs anything.
That's fine.
Why didn't you bring a photo with you now? That seems pretty basic stuff.
Why didn't I see it coming? What am I, a sucker for punishment?
No. You see the good in people, and that's never wrong. Besides, the wrong guys are usually the most interesting.
That's actually an interesting statement. I suppose there's this sort of like recurring thing that everybody loves a bad boy. But yeah, there is a reason.
I think I'm still looking for adventure.
Then you risk paying the price.
I got it.
Maybe it's a price worth paying.
Yeah.
That was
I
actually
just
a
don't know
nice,
anymore.
nice moment.
But I don't want to take shortcuts anymore. I want to take the urn with me to the police. There's no way Prue's just going to give it to me. Not without you there.
Yeah, he just wants to get his hands on it. He's still the guy who will take shortcuts. I think
Please.
Phoebe's evaluation of him is entirely accurate.
The curse. You cannot destroy me.
Phoebe, run.
So now there are more who will die.
That doesn't entirely make sense, apart from, plot.
I don't know what you're thinking, Phoebe. I do not want you getting hurt because of me.
You know, I think I actually believe you.
I think I do as well, in as much as he can care for somebody else, because he's kind of a narcissistic sociopath.
Nothing about Egyptian urns or greed demons. Zip.
Is there an index to the Book of Shadows? There should be.
Maybe we're not supposed to protect him.
What are you saying?
He's not innocent. That's very dodgy compositing. That's just the snakehead on a stick.
Stay back, Phoebe.
Where'd it go?
Who cares as long as it's not here?
Yeah, that was
Okay.
stupidly
Okay.
convenient.
Who says people never change?
Oh, okay, well, if it was going back to its original owner, I guess that kind of makes sense.
I gave up on waiting.
Maybe this would have happened sooner if I would have kept my little wicked nose out of the business.
I guess you can't change people. They have to change themselves.
Oh, speaking of that, yum. Go, baby.
Go, girl.
All right.
You go.
I'm going
You can
in.
do it.
That felt like improvisation as well. But he's still only a one-episode character. Suppose he might come back, but I very much doubt it. Definitely feels like a one-shot. Okay, so that was Feats of Clay. Not a golem. Not even a canopic jar, really. I mean, because that's very, very elaborate for what a canopic jar usually is. But Mummy's Curse. I mean, it's season 1 of a supernatural show, or a show with supernatural elements. Get through the basics, and I suppose the Mummy is, a trope, a type of story that needs to be dealt with. Having the idea of, cursed Egyptian artifacts, I think that's a little bit old-fashioned, maybe even a little bit imperialist, particularly when the guardian of the urn is played by the very white actress Stacey Hydak, who's apparently from Michigan, and nowadays is on soap operas. But yeah, it's old-fashioned. I think that's what comes to mind. I mean, the idea of the mummy's tomb and cursed Egyptian artifact going all the way back, I mean, literally a century to the 20s. Pretty standard stuff. I mean, I think the only reasonably interesting thing is, finally we have a romantic interest from Phoebe, albeit he's not a good guy and I'm 99% sure we'll never see him again. The B plot having Piper interfering with the romance between the two wait staff. I think that's, the subtext is very clearly, I screwed up, or my romantic life has got complications, so I will fix other people's romantic entanglements. And obviously it turns out that it didn't need fixing in the first place if he was just brave enough to actually work up the courage. But I mean, instantly, just seeing the ring, and she was instantly, yes, of course I'll marry you. the fact that he did wait so long and you broke up because of it, maybe that's a symptom of a deeper problem, but what I know. It's a B plot in a standard Monster of the Week episode of a Supernatural TV show. So, yeah, I mean, very, very basic stuff. Almost perfunctory. Yeah, one of the classics kind of got out of the way. Really frustrating that they cast a very white, very blonde actress in this Egyptian deity spirit. But it is interesting that it does look like Prue is going to continue working for the auction house. That's interesting. And I think that bank lady or insolvency, some kind of financial person is going to probably be a recurring character. And I guess this means that Prue is the de facto head of this auction. So that's a hell of a promotion. But yeah, I mean, if Buckland and Hannah really weren't doing any work, doing any of the paperwork at all, A, how did they keep that going for so long? And B, that's a lot of work for Prue to do. I mean, that's another thing which I didn't like about last episode. I mean, the fact they kept that going for so long, they stole those other people's identities and just murdered them, and nobody noticed. The more I think about it, I mean, albeit I only saw it a couple of hours ago, but the last episode really didn't do much for me. And the fact I'm now talking about the last episode means that I don't think there's all that much to say about this one. Very, very standard filler episode, Monster of the Week episode, archaic plotline in more ways than one. Just very, very ordinary. So, yeah. You need fillers, and this was a filler, particularly in the first episode when you're still finding your feet, you're still finding what works, you're still creating the rules for the show. You do need these filler episodes. It's just be one. So, yeah, not massively impressed, not anything particularly wrong with it, apart from having the white blonde actress playing the Egyptian, but ordinary. I mean, that's the one word review. So, yeah, I think that's all I've got to say. And all that remains is to say this has been a presentation of the Yay, Nay or Bear channel. And I will see you next time where I shine a light on TV and cinema, both obvious and obscure.